Hey guys, seriously frustrated Worm here, and I have pulled up here the economy updates and more coming in Lightfall. Now this was launched 2 days ago or something like that. I just now got around to taking a look at it, getting an examination for myself, and there's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of really good stuff. We've got a lot of fantastic shaders coming back. The Black Armory shaders, Genotype Null, which was a very old shader. So here we got the faction shaders coming back as well. Lots of good stuff in here. It also talks about, Vanguard and Nightfall focusing, which is really cool that you'll be able to focus Nightfall weapons. I think that's a good idea. And of course the system for that. However, as I scroll down here and I'm reading everything, we see the cost of focusing items. Now, here's the thing. Some of these costs here are incredibly outrageous, quite frankly. Iron Banner, for example. Okay, they're bringing back all the old Iron Banner armor, a bunch of old weapons that you can now focus. Legacy focusing is what they call it. However, the focusing cost is incredible. Okay, if you have previously attained it. Okay, and I'm looking at Iron Banner here just because it's the first one to pull up. Iron Banner, if you've already obtained a piece of gear, it will cost you 3 Iron Engrams, 25 legendary shards, and 25,000 glimmer. Now, it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong, that Bungie has brought back the ability to get old gear and old weapons. Okay, props to them. But the focusing cost is, quite frankly, it's ridiculous. However, if a player has not, which many new players have most definitely not acquired these old gear, for the cost, it is 7 Iron Engrams. 7. 100 legendary shards and 10,000 glimmer. Okay, now I don't know why the heck they're going with 10,000 glimmer for an old one. Probably because the 7 Iron Engrams and 100 legendary shards is super expensive. But this is not okay. This is not okay. Like something like Iron Banner. In Iron Banner, the only way you can get Engrams at this point is through ranking up. Okay, so if you want to get a full set of Iron Remembrance gear, you have to sit here and, number one, for 5 pieces of gear, you need 500 legendary shards. You need to get 7 Iron Engrams, which, mind you can only get 16 per, reset. Or 17, I think. 17 per reset. This means you're going to need to reset 2.5 to 3 times roughly before you can get even one set. And if you're a new player and you want to get all of them, it's going to take a ridiculously long time. Iron Banner is, just one of those. And same thing with weapons here. Weapons, Reese Walker, great shotgun. Peace Bond, great sidearms. These are going to be 7 Iron Engrams if you never got one, 100 legendary shards. Okay, and I don't think this is fair because new players are new. They're not going to have thousands and thousands of legendary shards to go and gather the gear from Iron Banner. No matter how cool it looks, like they're going to have to pick and choose, oh, do I like the Iron Will or do I like Iron Fellowship? They've got to pick and choose. And Bungie, I guess, is just going to continue to let this slide. And we, the player base, need to stand up for our new players and stand up for ourselves. Hell, if we didn't collect those and say, no, we don't want to pay 7 Iron Engrams. We don't want to pay 7 Trials of Osiris Engrams. Those come from ranking up only. It's not like you get them in game as a reward or anything like that. It blows my mind that Bungie is doing this. Okay, they're too expensive and they need to be lowered. However, everything else, for the most part in here, good stuff. Of course, lowering focusing cost. 5,000 glimmer, 25 legendary shards. Pretty good. They're bringing back a bunch of weapons that we didn't see before, which is also good. I think some of the big ones, for example, legacy focusing for Trials of Osiris, you got Shire's Wrath. That's a huge one. Forgiveness, which is currently in the game, but will be going away at the end of the season, so keep that in mind. Other stuff, let's see here. Burden of Guilt's going away. Astral Horizon is coming back. And then the Immortal, which is an SMG, is coming back. Or not, it's coming back, but it's going to be introduced. Iron Banner, Razor's Edge, Frontier's Cry coming back. Oh no, sorry. Razor's Edge, Frontier's Cry are going away. And Jorum's Claw, an old pulse rifle, and Bite of the Fox are returning. Nightfall weapons that are leaving, Horror's Least, and the DFA, and the Nightfall weapons that are being added are the Buzzard, it's great, and the Swarm. But yeah, that's the good. Mostly, you know, the introduction of these, and then of course the Vanguard changes, and the Nightfall weapon focusing thing. I think those are great. The addition of all the new shaders. But again, I want to criticize, and I strongly recommend you criticize Bungie for their extreme focusing costs, especially for Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris. Like, Gambit is not so high. Gambit, if you haven't acquired a piece of armor, it's 3 Engrams, 50 legendary shards, 10,000 glimmer. You know, that is what it is. Same thing with Vanguard. But Nightfall 7, if you haven't got it before, 100 shards. Iron Banner, Trials, it's out of hand. Okay, it is out of hand. Anyways, that's kind of all that I wanted to talk about, and y'all have a good day.